everybody and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be reviewing and doing a wear test on the brand new Hello Happy Soft Blur Foundation from Benefit. So if you are interested in seeing how this applies and wears on a slightly more mature skin, then please keep watching. Okay, so slight confession, I have never bought anything from Benefit in my life. I've used their eyeshadow primer in the past, but I got bought that, so that doesn't really count. I always thought that they were aimed at younger people and I was a little bit too old to shop at Benefit. Shame on me, I'm turning into my mother. This could not be further from the truth. I visited the Benefit counter at the weekend. Absolutely fantastic, couldn't be more welcoming, so lovely, so knowledgeable, and their products were amazing. So if like me, you've never actually visited the Benefit counter because of the age thing, please go. They have some beautiful products. All the staff are super helpful. Definitely go and see what they've got available. Makeup is universal. There is no age cap. Just getting that out there. I was super ashamed of myself and I will do better next time. Okay, so let me just show you the packaging that this comes in. Nice little box. It opens up there like a little book. You've got all the ingredients on there and a little bit of bump about the bit of research that they did. And then inside you have a lovely little plastic bottle. It looks quite lush actually, with the name of the product and the shade number. I am shade number 2. And on the back of the product is just a nice little smiley face. So let's do a little bit of bump on this product. Okay, this is the Hello Happy Soft Blur Foundation from Benefit. It costs £25.50 in the UK and $29 in the US, and you get 30 ml worth of product, which is pretty standard. There are 12 shades in the range, which I think is pretty poor, but the shade spectrum is quite widely spread. I'm in the shade number 2. This is supposed to give you a soft matte finish, but there is shea extract in there, which should be quite hydrating and moisturizing, so shouldn't sink into any dry patches that you've got. This has also got blurring spheres in here, so should give quite a soft airbrushed finish. It's also got an SPF of 15. Now they have done a few marketing tests with 103 women over the period of 1 week, and these were the outcomes. 99% said that it felt weightless, 98% said that it felt breathable, 96% said that it blurred imperfections, and 95% said that it's had a natural looking coverage. So let's get some of this on the skin. Okay, so I have already prepped my skin using my serums, and while that's sinking in, I just want to show you the sample pack that you would get if you ask for a sample of this particular product. I always recommend that you do ask for a sample before you make any purchase, because you never know, it might not suit your skin, you might not like it, it might break you out, who knows. So this is the little sample pack that you get. You get 3 samples in here, all different, so you will either get shades 1, 2 and 3, you'll get 4, 5 and 6, 7, 8, 9, or 10, 11 and 12. This one that they gave me was 1, 2 and 3, and if you have a look, just open the sample 3, which I opened and is far too dark for my skin. You hardly get any product at all in here. This is just one application, and it does say that this is buildable to medium coverage, and you hardly get any. So this says to me that I need to put quite a lot less than I would usually put on my skin. So I was really pleased that that gave me an indication of how much product I was actually going to have to use. So let's get some on my face. So I am using the shade 2. 3 would have been far too dark for my skin and 1 would have been far too light. So I am going to only put a tiny little bit on my hand. It does say that you're supposed to add a dot at a time and blend out. That says to me that this is going to dry down quite quickly. Okay, this is 0 coverage whatsoever. Literally, nothing's happening. That has literally done nothing for my skin, so I'm going to add a little bit more. You need to shake this well before you apply it. Okay, let's see if this is buildable. I really like this. This is such a pretty finish. Even though this is the second layer of product that I'm actually adding to my skin, this is by no means a lot of foundation on my face. And it feels extremely lightweight, like I'm putting water on my face actually. So it's taken a while to actually get it to this level of coverage, but I do think this foundation is so pretty. It's supposed to be a matte foundation. It does say natural matte. I'm not getting matte at the moment. If you can see, there's quite a lot of shine on my skin. It's definitely not dewy, but I definitely wouldn't say this was matte. It's extremely flattering on my skin, which is why I'm hesitating just a little bit. It's definitely a sheer coverage and at a push, a light medium coverage. If you have any sort of flaws on your skin that you're wanting to hide, you will have to use concealer with this foundation. This foundation will not cover those flaws up. I really like it though. It's a really natural finish. I'm gonna put the rest of my makeup on and I will be right back. Okay, so this is the finished look and I've got to say I am loving this foundation at the moment. It's dried down a little bit now, so it does look a little bit more matte, but like it said on the bump, there is a soft sheen finish to this, and that might be the shea butter coming through, but there is a slight glow to this that a flat matte foundation wouldn't give you. But because of that, it's super flattering on the skin. I really love it. Now, if you've got dry skin, if you're a regular to my channel, you'll know I have dry patches around my mouth area. It's not sat in any of that dryness. You can still see the dryness is there. It's not covered it up like it would a dewy foundation would cover it up, but it looks really flattering on the skin. It doesn't look in your face. So I'm really happy with that. Another really good thing about this foundation for anybody with dry skin is I don't think this foundation needs setting in place. It dries down to like a velvety finish. It's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. But because of that velvety finish, I don't think it actually needs setting in place. It didn't feel like it was going to budge at all. I will try this out tomorrow without setting it in place, so please look in the description box below. I will put an update in there tomorrow on how this wears when it's not been set in place. But I have set it in place today because I do all my foundation reviews, so it wouldn't be fair if I didn't actually set this in place as well. But it really does look nice on the skin. You can see all my freckles through this. You would be able to see any imperfections through this as well, so unless you really like your concealer, if you've got a lot of imperfections that you want concealed, this might not be the foundation for you. With regards to the blurring capabilities of this foundation, it's definitely done that. My pores look completely airbrushed and I can't believe it because it literally feels like I have no foundation on my skin. It is that weightless, this foundation. I am really pleased with how it's gone on, how everything else has gone on and blended out seamlessly. But we'll see how it wears throughout the day. I'm gonna wear this for the next 8 to 10 hours and I'm gonna check in with you after that time frame and let you know how this is worn. So I'll see you in a moment. Welcome back to the check-in. It's now been just over 8 hours since I first applied the foundation to my face. I thought I better jump on quite quickly because I don't think there's going to be very much of this left over for very much longer. I really am quite disappointed, quite deflated. I thought that I'd found a matte foundation that was really flattering on my skin, that wasn't going to sit in my fine lines and wrinkles and wasn't going to make my skin dry. Now, it definitely hasn't made my skin dry. That is a positive. And also, you can't really tell that the foundation has gone patchy because it's such sheer coverage. You can't tell the difference between the foundation and my skin. That is another positive. It might seem like a negative, but it's a positive. If my foundation is going to go patchy, I don't want other people to notice. I will notice, but I don't want other people to notice. So that is a positive in my book. Also, this has not sat in any fine lines and wrinkles throughout the day. Another positive. And also, this has felt completely weightless on my skin all day. I mean, it feels weightless now because it's not there anymore. But right at the get-go, it felt completely weightless, and I have never had a foundation on my face that is as light as this has been, so that is another positive. So let's go on to the negatives, and there are quite a few. So this hasn't lasted. Now, in Benefit's defense, it doesn't say that this is a long-lasting foundation. It doesn't actually say how long this is going to last for. It's a sheer foundation. It's not going to last all day. If you have oily skin, I really would not recommend this foundation for you. I only have slight oily patches on my skin, and this went quite oily very, very quickly. Probably about 3.5 hours in, definitely wasn't matte anymore. It was more of a dewy foundation, and you can see the shine on my skin. I have quite a lot of shine on my skin. It does still look really natural though, so that's another positive. This did airbrush my pores, and my pores around here don't look too bad. They don't look anywhere near as airbrushed as they did when I first applied the foundation. After about 3.5 hours, I kissed that goodbye. And the pores on my forehead look huge. And with that has come an increase in the texture of my skin, which I can notice. This has also not been a great base for everything else. As this went a little bit oily, a little bit greasy, everything else sort of slid off my face as well. So my bronzer, my blush, everything just, Now, I guess I could live with this. It's not awful. It's not like you look at my skin and think, oh, that is a terrible foundation. That does not happen here. I actually quite like the foundation. I'm just disappointed it didn't live up to my expectations that I had earlier on, because it just looked so lovely earlier on. And now it just looks okay. So in conclusion, will I wear this again? Yes, I will. Definitely, definitely will. One, I've promised to do a wear test on it tomorrow without setting it in place. I've got a feeling that is not going to go well. Just saying. But I will do it anyway and let you know how I get on. So will I buy this foundation again? At the minute, no. Would I recommend this foundation? At the minute, no. But I am going to try and master this foundation, maybe adding a little bit more foundation and building the coverage up a little bit. Might make it last a little bit longer, I don't know. I'm going to try absolutely everything to try and make this foundation work. I'm really disappointed, but only because I thought this was going to be the foundation that I absolutely loved, and it ends up that I don't. And I think there are better foundations out there with the same amount of coverage that last a lot longer, and they are cheaper. So yes, a bit disappointed, but it's still a really nice foundation, and Benefit have some amazing products. So I'm still saying go and try their products out. If you want to try this foundation, go and get a sample. I really should have taken my own advice and got the sample before I bought this foundation. Never mind. On that note, I hope you have found this video helpful. If you have, please do give it a big thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. There is a watermark in this corner. If you click on it, it will take you through to my homepage where you can subscribe. Hope to see you all again soon. Bye.